Muy bien, pues adelante, comenzamos.
Digital transformation is not just about technology, it's about adapting, innovating, and continuously improving processes to stay ahead. Good afternoon, everyone. Throughout this project, our team worked under an agile framework, focusing on incremental processes and delivering value at every stage. We took out the challenge of optimizing Estampados Anglo processes, ensuring a more automated, efficient, and data-driven operation. In our overview, we have industry partner, our team, user stories, problem statement, based solutions, digital transformation proposals, and the conclusions. Our team is formed by
me, the Scrum Master, Sandra Avila,
Scrum member, Sebastián Chávez,
Scrum member, Cristian Vázquez,
Alondra Aran, business head,
Arturo, business head,
Alain Barragán, product owner.
Estampados Anglo, known in the 80s as Texticolor, is a personalized textile printing company that strives to ensure the highest quality for the users. Their values are quality, innovation, commitment, teamwork, punctuality, flexibility, and personalization. The goal of this company is to become the leading roll textile printing company in Mexico.
Let's talk about the user needs, the user stories, and his needs. The first one needs an online form to request digital stamping, making the process faster and more accurate. The second one needs the production team needs to receive the stamping request in a structured format. This to improve the efficiency and remove the manual work. The third one needs to store samples and colors in a OneDrive. For have a better tracking, of course, and quick access. We have the fourth one that they need a dashboard to track the request and get the key metrics for take better decisions. And the last one, the user file that needs automation, notification, and reporting actions. This to improve process management and avoid delays.
This project was divided by two, the digital transformation work and the project management proposal. First, we're going to talk about the project management proposal. First, we did the scope management that is divided by three in this table. In the first column, we have the requirements within the scope. Then we have the description of each requirement, and then the criteria acceptance for each of these requirements. We divided each of the requirements according to the user stories. The first one is the online survey for the customers. That the main goal was to create an online survey for the customer, to put the print, to put the request, to put the order, in order for Estampados Anglo to have a non-mistakes and more efficient system. Then this survey is connected with the automated order reception to a Power App, where it is going to be sent automatically to Estampados Anglo, where you can see the dashboards, where you can see the orders, where you can see folders, where it's going to be organized all automatically. Then we have the digital storage in OneDrive. This app is also connected to OneDrive, where you can find folders with the different names, with the different dates. You can also have a text box in order to look for the information you want. For example, let's say that you want for the print number 1. So you put in the text box print number 1, and it shows you all of the people that has ordered that. Then you have the Power BI dashboard that is also connected to the app. That here you can see all of the data, all of the numbers, all of the dates in visualizers. Here you can see the type of wood, you can see the type of date, you can see also the user, like who bought it, who's your best buyer, who's your worst buyer, everything. And finally, we have the automatic alerts and reports. It's a dashboard that lets the user to analyze and follow in real time the tracking. So it's also a better control of the app and everything that is succeeding at the moment. This is the criteria. There's a lot of information here about the criteria, but the most important thing is that it works. And we think it does. Now we're going to work with the product backlog. In Agile Scrum, product backlog refers to all of the tasks that need to be executed in order for the project to succeed. First one, we have the user story number 1, that is the forms. These are the basic tasks, the access, the data capture, the specifications, the request confirmation, and the tracking. Second, we have the travel sheet. That is the connection to the Power App. That is the automatic order reception, the validation for security, of course, a travel sheet development, and a notification to a production team. This is all that matters with the app. And finally, here in this page, we have the OneDrive access that, in less words, is just connecting the app to OneDrive. So you can also have the folder organization and advanced search. 4, we have the dashboard made in Power BI. That is an integration of all of the data sent from the Excel, sent from the service and everything into Power BI. Here the visualization where you can request anything you need, user, date, etc. The key metrics, I don't know, maximum buyer, which is the or minimum, average, etc., and real-time updates. And finally, the automatic reports, that is the dashboard that we mentioned before, the notifications, the automation of request reception, the tracking, and also a report formatting automatically.
Now, about the sprints, in this slide, we want to show how the sprint planning evolved throughout the project. At the beginning, we thought that we would follow a linear structure, starting with the sprint number 1 and continue sequentially until sprint number 4. But after this first sprint review, we decided to reorganize the sprint and also reduce them to only 3. For this first sprint, we combined user story number 1 and 2. For sprint number 2, we combined user story number 4 and 5. And for sprint number 3, we only worked on user story number 3. At the first sprint, we mainly focused on 2 key aspects. The first one was to create the survey to collect essential data from the client, and also we started developing the app in order to have like a full vision of our final product will be. Then for the second sprint, we mainly focus on integrate the industry partner data into our system. So we clear the database and also we design the dashboard. And we also still work on the app. We add important sections such as catalog, orders, and also the dashboard. And during the final sprint, we focus on user story number 3. So we basically finalize the app, and in order to comply with the client needs. And with this sprint, we deliver all our final product that aligns with the initial vision and also with our industry partner vision.
Well, now we are going to see a real-time demonstration of the final product. So as you can see, we have 3 main options, right? First, pedidos, catálogo, and dashboard. If we click on pedidos, please, we can see a list of the pedidos that have been requested by the clients. These pedidos are stored in a spreadsheet, well, Excel sheet, and here you can see the information. So we return to the app, and here you can filter by the name of the client. So if we put a name, you see that it only appears Jeff, right? So we can click it, and then we have this screen that shows the overall flow of the stamp in all the process, right? So first is the reception. As you can see, you cannot send or submit this form because this is what the client requested in the forms, right? And once the forms is submitted, a member of the staff approves this order. So now the operator can just look on what he's working on, right? So you can see the folio, the name, and the email. So we go back, and then we can go to another phase like Estampado. And here the operator will need to fill in the forms, right? So in this way, we can assure that the operator fills every single one of the stages, and there won't be errors of handwriting or interpreting, so it will save time and therefore it will save money. And and you can save this and it will store it in another spreadsheet of the database, right? And then you can go home and
Well, now in the part of the catalog, we have two choices. The first choice is to download or upload an image that you want to use that prototype or a design of the company to have an idea what the client was. And another is to upload the color to have in the same part the bulk part, and that one go to a OneDrive. You will have all the message to have the bulk part and have more interactive with the client. When you go home, first when to add the dashboard, go to Power BI in the Opera. In the Opera.
Okay.
But we have two, well, not three. One is for the key machine, the other is for the poster machine. We have both the dashboard to have to another more clarity metrics case. There is the client, the day, the stamp, and another in the dashboard browser also have to provide the week, day, and these are more integrated to the client. Well, not for you for the time this part. Now
Yes, basically I'm going to explain more about what are the measurements, the segmentations, and everything that you can see here in the dashboard. Principally, I'm going to sit here so I can also click. We have a lot of visualizers, we have cards, we have KPI, for example. This is like KPI per buyer, for example. We use as a base, you share with us. And for example, if we want to, we put as a goal 60,000 volume units of the wood. So for example, let's say Karime says here is our biggest buyer. So we put here and see how much has Karime bought. It's 92,000 volume units in the whole year. But for example, if we say that we want to watch it per month, you know, here it changes. It doesn't change here. Why? Because this KPI is per year. It's only set per year. If you want to look per month, we could do some corrections, of course. But as you can see, all of the dashboard is changing according to what you need. This can help, for example, to know which was the one where you have the biggest sales. In this case, was me. Also, who was the biggest buyer per, like in the whole year. The one that bought you the most, like in quantity, totally, was Planeta. But the one that bought you more in the first, like in one yourself, was Karim, and he bought 5,750 in total. This is the number, and this is only for buzzer machine. We also create an alternative, for example. Here that shows, for example, if you have a different type of wool, you can, this is all that information, random information. For example, here you have what is the type of wool, you have also per kilograms, like some intervals, also the number of rolls used, the kilograms and everything. And you also have it for the key machine, where you have also some conditionals about which one was the one that bought you the most, also another KPI, the number of rolls used per day of the week, everything. There's a lot of information that can be used in order to do more analysis in the future, to know where you want to go, where do you want to sell, like which is the type of print you want to sell more, etc. Here. Sorry. We skip over here, and then we go.
As a refinement, throughout this project, we stayed true to our initial plan, according to our established objectives, and we did not make any changes to the product backlog or the plan scope. And we as a team think that we successfully delivered a solution to the company expectations.
Also, I want to add that if we want to improve the product and to, as Estampados Anglo told us, it's a eco-friendly enterprise, right? So we can change some technologies, but it will cost more to the developers, but in the long term, it will be cheaper to Estampados Anglos. We could change to technologies like a Linux server to host this, and it will be practically for free, and we can use open source software instead of Microsoft, and it also will be less energy intensive, so it will pollute less and will be cheaper.
And to conclude, we have various lessons along we had several lessons along the project, but we can highlight the agile tools such as Kanban boards that help us to see tasks and check progress, burden charts that show complete work versus the work that it doesn't complete already, the Gantt diagrams that help us to plan and schedule tasks, and also we apply Scrum techniques like sprints, daily meetings, and backlogs. Finally, we improve our skills in Power BI and Big Data. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention.
¿Les van a hacer preguntas? Sí, bien, habíamos acordado con los alumnos de TI que les vamos a hacer las preguntas en español, las hagan ustedes en proyectos, las hacen en inglés. Bien, nada más, un favor, cuando estén exponiendo, eviten tapar la línea de vista, porque no alcanza uno a ver, o no alcanza a ver aquí la mitad de la presentación. En nombre de TI.
Alain Barran.
Bien, Alain. Para todos los equipos me voy a detener un poco con este equipo. En las siguientes iteraciones o los siguientes equipos, por favor, váyanse preparando. Con este equipo vamos a tardar un poco más en la parte de TI. Les había señalado a los de TI, les vamos a hacer